Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of Movie Talk. And here is the very last edition of my 2022 Fright-tober collection. And that movie, the movie that I will be reviewing this week is The Witches. Young Luke is a 9-year-old boy who must foil the plans of a society of witches to turn the world's children into mice. It won't be easy. They've already transformed him into one. But some big bad witches may be no match for the resourcefulness of a single tiny rodent. Okay, highlights of the movie. This movie was made back in 1990, and it's a dark fantasy adventure film. Now, despite the fact that it's dark fantasy, it really isn't all that scary, although I do not recommend letting young children watch this alone. And it is based on a book by the same name. Yes, I know you liked the movie. Sorry, my cat is making some comments. Now, I have not read the book. I've heard the book. When I was in elementary school, I had a teacher read the book to us. It was upper L, so don't worry, it wasn't like little kids were hearing this. But I will say this, there are some portions of the book in the movie that sync up and some portions that don't. Now, if I ever do find the book and read it, I will do a book talk video on that, and then I will do a comparison video on both the book and the movie. But for the right now, we're just going to focus on the movie. And I'm not really going to do any interjections on, this is what was in the book and this wasn't. Okay, things I liked about this movie. Despite the fact that this was a dark fantasy movie, and I'm not a big fan of dark fantasy movies, The Dark Crystal aside, I actually kind of like this movie. But I knew going in, because I had heard the book before I had seen the movie, I was going to somewhat like the movie going in because I had liked the book. I liked what I had heard of the book, and I know I hadn't heard the whole thing. But I did like what I had heard of the book, so I knew going in I was going to like the movie. Now, they do a wonderful job with the witch's makeup, because in both the book and the movie, the witches are supposed to not have toes. They're supposed to have long, claw-like hands, no hair, and purple tinge to their eyes. And they did a remarkable job of making the ladies that were playing the witches have all those features. Wonderful makeup job on that. And wonderful makeup and mask job for the Grand High Witch. The actress who played her wore a mask when the Grand High Witch was supposed to be not wearing a mask, obviously supposed to be revealing her true face, and it looked great. She looked like a real, Halloween witch, which I absolutely loved. The makeup job they did on the kids when they were turning, and the witches when they were turning into mice, I hope that's not too much of a spoiler for you guys, was amazing. They did a wonderful job on that. And then the puppetry for Luke and Bruno, another little boy who's turned into a mouse, actually before Luke was, is just amazing. I think Jim Henson contributed with the puppetry, and it's Jim Henson. He doesn't, his puppets, well, not actually Jim Henson, but Jim Henson, I think Jim Henson Productions helped with the puppetry thing. And Jim Henson, if they did, Jim Henson does a wonderful, Jim Henson Studios does a wonderful job with their puppets. But it looked cool. I mean, they looked like, when you saw the close-up of the mice, they looked like actual mice, and they probably had like little trained mice that were running around when they were pulling back and whatnot. I'm not sure if they did or not, but they more than likely. And it looked so cool, and I loved it. I just recently, like, I've seen the movie before, obviously, but I just recently this year got the DVD. I think I got it like end of September. So I've actually been watching it this whole month. And it is a really cool movie. It's really great. Lots of special effects. It's amazing. It is like so cool. And this facts they give about the witches, if you stop and think about it, I'm not saying they're true facts or not, but they do sound almost plausible. And then the fact that witches don't like children, it's like that goes to like all the fairy tales I've ever heard where there are witches in them. They're always trying to do something to stop to get rid of children. So it's just a lot of the stuff, like both in the book and the movie. I know I promised I said I wouldn't say anything about the book, but I kind of have to since the movie is based on the book. Ties in so well with some of the fairy tales we know about witches, and a lot of the facts and stuff are just amazing, and sound true. And then like what they do, how they the witch will never get caught for her crimes, and how they explain it's like it makes sense if you stop and think about it, in my opinion. Okay, cast. This movie had actually a lot of people in it. And when I looked on Wikipedia, there was like a whole list of them, and some of them, like the characters they played, didn't even have names. But I focused on 5 characters, obviously the Grand High Witch and Luke. Bruno, even though he doesn't have a big part to play in the movie, I still kind of focused on him. The Grand High Witch's assistant, and then Luke's grandmother. Okay, feel free to check out my other movie talk videos. my movie talk special edition videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And any links or any sites mentioned in this video will have the links in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that are not on my YouTube channel are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends. Basically the same deal. Any of my videos that are not on my Facebook page are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my group on Facebook, Fanfic Corner. Okay, please like and share if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.